let's talk about the very next subject now. That is your gynecology. My dear friends, now we talk about the menstrual cycle at the first go. How it is starting, what is positive feedback, what is negative feedback, all those things are very, very important. So right here, if you see, the hypothalamus is the first thing which is secreting the GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone. This is acting on the anterior pituitary. So hypothalamus, pituitary and ovarian axis, it is called as. How they are coordinated, the important thing is this: hypothalamus secreting something which is going to the anterior pituitary and they are secreting the FSH. The FSH is acting on the ovarian granulosa cells, sir. Ovarian granulosa cells, sir. This ovarian granulosa cells are producing the estrogen, which are helping in what, sir? Proliferation. It helps in the proliferation. Now the estrogen level, if increasing this value, that is more than 150 to 200 picogram, it will give you a feedback, and that feedback is called as positive feedback, and it is sent to what, sir? Your LH, luteinizing hormone. This LH and FSH is secreted by pituitary gland, and this LH is becoming high now. After estrogen was high, now LH is high, and peak of LH is coming on day 14th, which is a day of ovulation. When the day of ovulation has happened, there will be a corpus luteum, and this corpus luteum will start secreting the progesterone. And sir, if progesterone level is more than 3 milligram per ml, then it gives the negative feedback. So your progesterone is giving the negative feedback and estrogen is giving the positive feedback. It is giving the positive feedback. So estrogen is there. Estrogen के बाद में what is happening? LH is coming. LH is getting surged on the day 14. Ovulation is happening. Corpus luteum is coming. Corpus luteum is giving us what's here? Progesterone. And the function of progesterone is to make the uterus more secretory. Now what will happen after the negative feedback? The LH start decreasing, and LH start decreasing, the corpus luteum also start degenerating, because LH and corpus luteum, they both are bhai. So they start decreasing, the progesterone level falls, the secretion which are made in the proliferative area, that also decreases. So there will be endometrial shredding. There will be what, sir? Your endometrial shredding. So this is whole summary of a menstrual cycle. Important thing is, this is asked in the exam. They have asked, this is day 14. Which surge you are going to say? You are going to say LH surge. LH surge से पहले किसका आता है? Estrogen का. Estrogen is sending which feedback? Your answer is positive feedback. After that LH surge, which surge is going to happen? Progesterone surge. Which feedback progesterone is sending? It is sending the negative feedback. Just 3 to 4 points in this. If you remember, the question are asked from this area only. Then coming to the follicular growth, how this grow? 2 mm per day to 14 mm, then 18 to 22 mm, we call that as a mature follicle, and out of this, which is called as captain follicle. So remember, 14 mm size will be called as a captain follicle. These are again a one-liners. LH peak is coming 10 to 12 hours before the ovulation, and LH required, the minimum LH required for the ovulation is 75 milligram per ml. Minimum estrogen required for LH surge is 200 picogram. तो 200 एस्ट्रोजन होगा तो वो LH की सर्च कराएगा 75 तक. 75 LH आगे जाके ओवुलेशन कराएगा, वहां से फिर आएगा कॉर्पस ल्यूटियम हमें देगा प्रोजेस्टेरॉन, वहां से LH से चला जाएगा नेगेटिव फीडबैक. ये नेगेटिव फीडबैक जाने के बाद हमारा LH कम होएगा, प्रोजेस्टेरॉन कम होएगा, एंडोमेट्रियल श्रेडिंग विल हैपन. डन एंड डस्टेड. Now what is Mittelschmerz pain? This Mittelschmerz pain and Mittelschmerz blood pain is a mid-cycle pain. Whenever there is about to ovulation happen, there is a physiological pain and there is a no pathology. That is why we do a USG, we find it is a normal, so we do a reassurance, that is a no need to have any treatment. Then on the other hand, we are having Mittelschmerz blood. It is a mid-cycle blotting, where it is pouch of Douglas is having a mid-cycle blotting from there. If USG done, nothing has happened in the USG, no pelvic pathology, then treatment is reassurance. So for Mittelschmerz pain and Mittelschmerz blood, the treatment is reassurance. Then coming on to the next, how to calculate the day of ovulation. For example, your cycle is of a 35 days, always minus 14. For example, your cycle is of a 30 days, always minus 14. For example, your cycle is of 40 days, always minus 14. Whatever the day is coming, that is called as day of ovulation. Now, my dear friends, the question is, what is a normal cycle length? What is a normal cycle length? On an average, it is 21 to 35 days, and on an average it is 28 days. 28 days, and average blood loss in each cycle is 5 to 80 ml, 5 to 80 ml, 5 to 80 ml, and normal duration is 2 to 7 days, 2 to 7 days. This is again a controversial. Somewhere it is written 20 to 80, somewhere 5 to 80, है ना? 20 to 80, somewhere it is 50 to 80. Not sorry, not 5. Oh, sorry. It is 50 to 80 ml. 50 to, somewhere it is written 20 to 80 ml also, depends on the books. So let it be. Abnormalities regarded to the mensuration. Sir, abnormalities regarded to the mensuration. What is oligo? Oh, delayed menses. Oligomenorrhea is what, sir? Delayed menses. And what is the normal duration was 21 to 35 days. Now it is more than 35 days. The most common cause of PCOD. PCOD. Delayed menses, it is PCOD. Then poly, मतलब पहले आ गया, that is going to be the early menses. Less than 21 days. Less than polymenorrhea is पहले ही आ गया, that is less than 21 days. क्यों आया पहले? P for P, that is PID. Oligo बाद में आया, O for O, PCOD. Polymenorrhea पहले आ गया, that is PID sir. That is good sir, PID. Then coming menorrhagia, मन भर के साइकिल आए. कैसे साइकिल आए सर? मन भर के साइकिल आगे, भर के आगे, because of a uterine fibroid sir. Uterine fibroid मतलब 80 ml से ज्यादा ब्लड लॉस हुआ, या फिर more than 7 days तक साइकिल आई, more than 7 days. Metrorrhagia, sir, metrorrhagia. Metro is sometime up, sometime under the ground. So irregular metro is there. So metrorrhagia is an irregular cycle. What is the most common cause of irregular cycle? This is DUB, that is dysfunctional uterine bleeding. What is DUB? That is organic without organic pelvic pathology. Now what is AUB? With organic pelvic pathology. If no organic pelvic pathology and there will be irregular menses, then it is DUB. With organic pelvic pathology, this is called as AUV. This is called as AUV. Now this AUV is defined with the help of a classification called as Palm-Quine classification. A very important classification for your exam, Palm-Quine classification. My dear friend, number 1 is P. P for polyp. On the 17th of January 2026, you all are going to pass this exam. Now my dear, A for adenomyosis. L for leiomyoma, which is called as fibroid. M for malignancy. C for coagulation disorder. O for ovulatory disorder, endometrial disorder, iatrogenic and not yet caught. So Palm-Quine classification is for AUV. AU with pelvic pathology. DUV is without pelvic pathology. Done and dusted. Now another problem is hypomenorrhea. We have studied about the delayed menses, early menses, man bhar ke menorrhagia menses, irregular menses. Now says hypomenorrhea, less menses, less than 5 ml, or you can say 20 ml, or less than 2 days of bleeding. It is because of Asherman syndrome. Now what is happening in the Asherman syndrome? There is an intrauterine fibrotic bands are present. Because of these bands, the proliferation is what, sir? Inhibited, prohibited. It is inhibited right there. Because of less proliferation, less menses are coming. So Asherman syndrome is a cause for the hypomenorrhea. It's a cause for the hypomenorrhea, sir. Now primary dysmenorrhea and secondary dysmenorrhea. Primary dysmenorrhea means pain during the menses. Drug of choice is mefenamic acid. Secondary dysmenorrhea, the most common cause is endometriosis. What do you mean by endometriosis? Sir, presence of active endometrial tissue, जिसको कहाँ होना चाहिए था? यूट्रस के अंदर. Now is present somewhere else, that is called as endometriosis. Secondary dysmenorrhea का cause is endometriosis. There will be a pain. So now the next term is amenorrhea. Now the next term is amenorrhea. Amenorrhea मतलब absence of menses, sir. Absence of menses, sir. Number 1 is what, sir? Your physiological, and number 2 is pathological. Physiological and pathological, my dear friends. In pregnancy, it is due to the beta HCG. In lactation, it is due to the prolactin. So pregnancy में क्यों नहीं आते menses? Because of beta HCG levels are high. They doubles by 48 hours, है ना? वो सारी values we are going to study about that. Lactation में it is due to the prolactin. It is due to the prolactin. Now, my some questions and then we'll talk in detail about this. Sir, excessive menses are called as, sir, my first question for all of you, menorrhagia. Can you tell me what is the cause of menorrhagia? Cause of menorrhagia is fibroid. Sir, irregular menses is called as Irregular menses are called as metrorrhagia. And here we are having two causes. What were those? One without organic pelvic pathology and one with organic pelvic pathology. One without organic pelvic pathology, one with organic pelvic pathology. DUV and AUV. DUV and AUV. Sir, delayed menses is called as? Delayed menses is called as oligo. And oligo का cause क्या है sir? PCOD. Very, very nice. Now let's talk about this thing, sir. Primary pathological and secondary pathological. Primary pathological का मतलब है she never mensurated, मतलब some kind of anatomical defect is there. Now secondary pathological is she was mensurating normally before, but from the past 3 cycles she is not able to because of the HPO axis dysfunction. Because of the HPO axis dysfunction, that is hypothalamus, pituitary and the ovarian axis dysfunctions. Now let's talk about the different pathologies, what they talk about the primary pathological. So we have to check at the certain level. We will check at the endometrium level, we will check at the ovarian level, pituitary level and the hypothalamus level. These are initial 4 levels where we will checking ki problem kya hai primary pathological ka, primary kya hai secondary pathological ka sir. Let's talk about the primary pathological at the endometrium level. So endometrium level पे सबसे पहली प्रॉब्लम क्या हो सकती है? चलो मुलेरियन एजेनेसिस की बात करते हैं. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द मुलेरियन एजेनेसिस. मुलेरियन एजेनेसिस. मुलेरियन एजेनेसिस के अंदर क्या होता है? मुलेरियन डक्ट इज एब्सेंट एंड मुलेरियन इज मुलायम मेकिंग फीमेल ऑर्गन्स लाइक सर्विक्स बनाया, यूट्रस बनाया, बनाई फेलोपियन ट्यूब और बनाना भूल गया वजाइना का नीचे वाला लूप. सो रिमेंबर अपर पार्ट ऑफ द वजाइना, सर अपर पार्ट ऑफ द वजाइना इज मेड बाय मुलेरियन डक्ट. So these structures are absent. These structures are absent. Sir, cervix, uterus, fallopian tube and upper part of the vagina is absent. Then tell me who is making the lower part of vagina? Who is making the lower part of vagina? That is urogenital sinus. Urogenital sinus. Now sir, what is happening right here? These structures are absent. So your ovary is normal because ovary is not made by Mullerian duct. So she can have her own baby but with the help of IVF. In vitro fertilization. सर क्या हुआ सर्विक्स नहीं है, क्या हुआ यूट्रस नहीं है, अंडा तो बन रहा है, तो IVF की मदद से बच्चा पैदा हो सकता है. HPO एक्सेस नॉर्मल है तो सेकेंडरी सेक्सुअल कैरेक्टर भी इसके क्या होंगे? नॉर्मल होंगे. नाउ वन सिंड्रोम विच इज एसोसिएटेड विद इस मेयर रॉकिटेंस्की कस्टर हॉसर सिंड्रोम. इसके अंदर मुलेरियन एजेनेसिस के साथ रीनल एब्नॉर्मेलिटीज. व्हाट रीनल एब्नॉर्मेलिटी? हॉर्स शू किडनी. क्या होगा? हॉर्स शू किडनी. अलोंग विद दैट स्पाइनल एब्नॉर्मेलिटी. व्हाट इज स्पाइनल एब्नॉर्मेलिटी? दैट इज योर स्पाइना बाइफिडा अकल्टा. सर दिस इज मुलेरियन एजेनेसिस इज द फर्स्ट रीजन फॉर द प्राइमरी पैथोलॉजिकल. देन कमिंग टू द सेकंड रीजन इज टेस्टिकुलर फेमिनाइजेशन सिंड्रोम और एंड्रोजन इनसेंसिटिविटी सिंड्रोम. सर external genitalia is of a female and mistaken as a female child at birth, but the karyotyping is 46XY. Here the karyotyping is 46XY plus secondary sexual characteristics are present. मतलब pubic areas पे, axillary area पे hairs will be present, sir. And here you will see no hair you will see. So 2 type of diagnosis you can make right now. What 2 type of diagnosis? One is clinical diagnosis. If your axillary hairs are absent, you will make a diagnosis of testicular feminization syndrome. If axillary hairs are present, you will talk about the Mullerian genesis, because we have learned in the Mullerian genesis secondary sexual characteristics are present. And best method is karyotyping. If you will see, maybe external genitalia is of a female, but inside chromosome 46XY is present in case of testicular feminization syndrome. And in case of Mullerian agenesis, 46XX is present, sir. 46XX is present, sir. So this is a basic difference between the Mullerian agenesis and the testicular feminization syndrome. Testicular feminization syndrome, my dear friend. You understood that the concept behind this? Testicular feminization and the Mullerian agenesis. Okay? Now coming at the ovarian level, the number 1 reason is Turner syndrome. Streaky ovaries are present, my dear friends. Short stature, streaky ovaries were found in girls, low IQ, webbed chest, webbed neck, shield chest. These all are feature of a Turner syndrome. Here you can give a treatment like estrogen and progesterone, just a hormonal supplementation you will give, and the patient will have a better prognosis. Pure gonadal dysgenesis. Now sir, some part of X बन रहा था, X का थोड़ा सा पार्ट नहीं बना, थोड़ा पार्ट डिफॉल्टी हो गया. Height was normal, बट सम पार्ट ऑफ द X was नॉट फॉर्म, उसकी वजह से दिक्कत आ रही है. तो याद रखना ईस्ट्रोजन प्रोजेस्टेरोन दे दीजिए. ठीक है, चलो. स्वेयर सिंड्रोम, एक्सटर्नल जेलेटिलिया इज ऑफ अ मेल, कैरियोटाइपिंग इज ऑफ अ मेल, बट गलती से मुलेरियन डक्ट अंदर डेवलप हो गई. भाई कैरियोटाइपिंग भी आदमी की थी, बाहर से जेनेटिलिया भी आदमी का था, बट जो यूरोजेनाइटली सिस्टम अंदर का था वो सारा फीमेल का डेवलप हुआ. इंटरनल ऑर्गन्स आर ऑफ फीमेल. तो यूट्रस बनाया, ओवरी नहीं बनाई, यूट्रस बनाया, वजाना बनाया, बनाई फेलोपियन ट्यूब, तो ये सारा कुछ अंदर बन गया. ठीक है, सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज स्वेयर सिंड्रोम. वजाइनोप्लास्टी करा दो इसको. ठीक है, डिस्पाइट ये आदमी के क्रोमोसोम लेके घूम रहा है, बट फॉर द मैरिज डू द वजाइनोप्लास्टी प्लस ऑर्किडेक्टमी एज सून एज पॉसिबल, अदरवाइज इट विल लीड टू द ट्यूमर. Now we went to the pituitary level. Pituitary said craniopharyngioma. There is a tumor of a pituitary which release prolactin, and because of prolactin there is going to be the absence of menses, and for that drug of choice is cabergoline, and definitive management is surgery. Then coming to the hypothalamus level, Kallmann syndrome. There is a mutation in the CAL1 gene. Infertility with anosmia will be there. यहाँ पे क्या देना, पल्सटाइल GnRH. दो तरीके से GnRH दिया जाता है, कॉन्टिन्यूस टू सप्रेस द हाइपोथैलेमस एंड पल्सटाइल टू इंक्रीज द एक्टिविटी. यहाँ पे वी नीड टू इंक्रीज द एक्टिविटी ऑफ हाइपोथैलेमस, दैट इज व्हाई वी आर गिविंग द पल्सटाइल GnRH. This was all about the primary pathological. Let's revise the primary pathological. At the endometrium level, what reasons we got? Number one reason at the endometrium level, in the primary endometrium level, the primary reason we got was what, sir? Your Mullerian agenesis. Second reason we got the testicular feminization syndrome, sir. Both of them were separated secondary sexual characters present. Here it was absent, sir. Secondary sexual characteristics were absent, sir. Then we went on to the endometrial level is clear. Then ovary level, sir. Ovary पे three reasons were there. One is Turner, one is pure gonadal dysgenesis, another is Swyer syndrome. Swyer syndrome में बाहर से भी मेल का था, अंदर कैरियोटाइपिंग भी XY थी, बट मुलेरियन डक्ट की वजह से अंदर के पार्ट सारे क्या हो गए थे, फीमेल के. अंदर सारे पार्ट क्या हो गए थे, फीमेल के हो गए थे, सर. देन कमिंग टू द पिट्यूटरी के पास क्या हो रखा था, सर, क्रेनियोफरेंजियोमा. एंड फिर गए सर हाइपोथैलेमस के पास, क्या हो रखा था सर वहां पे, Kallmann syndrome. So all the reasons for the primary pathological we have summarized right now, sir. Now coming on to the secondary pathological. What does this secondary pathological means? Sir, secondary pathological means she was earlier menstruating, but some problem has occurred that she is not able to menstruate from the past three cycles. My dear friends, first is Asherman syndrome. And we know at the endometrial level, what is Asherman syndrome? Fibrous bands are present, hysteroscopic removal done. Ovarian level, PCOS. Pituitary level, pituitary tumor, Sheehan syndrome. Sir, what is this Sheehan syndrome? Postpartum necrosis of the anterior pituitary due to the PPH. Chalo. What is the treatment to this Sheehan syndrome? Substitution of all hormones. Hypothalamus, due to excessive weight loss and stress, there is no menses coming on. PCOS की वजह से नहीं आ सकते, Sheehan syndrome की वजह से नहीं आ सकते, Asherman syndrome की वजह से आ सकते. So these are the causes of what, sir? Your secondary pathological. Now I ask you question, you will tell me it is primary pathological or secondary pathological. Sir, Asherman is an example of primary pathological or secondary pathological. Sir, Sheehan syndrome, primary pathological, Sheehan. Sir, what about the Swyer syndrome? Sir, pure gonadal dysgenesis. Primary pathological. Absolutely clear this topic. Let's move on to the next one, puberty. So precocious puberty मतलब पहले आ गई, precocious menarche मतलब puberty पहले आ गई, menses पहले आ गई, delayed मतलब बाद में. Now सारा का सारा फंडा किसका है? Everything is dependent on the hypothalamus. अगर कोई चीज पहले आ गई तो उसको क्या करना है? रोकना है. How to suppress it? We'll give a quantity. Whether it is talking about the precocious puberty or talking about the precocious menarche, you have to give the continuous GnRH. You have to give what, sir? And if it is delayed, you need to activate the hypothalamus. And to activate the hypothalamus, what you will give? Pulsatile GnRH. What you will give, sir? Pulsatile GnRH. PCOS. Let's talk about this disease. These are again important questions for the exam. PCOS is also called as Steen-Leventhal syndrome. Pathophysiology क्या है? There is an insulin का resistance which is causing the small follicles. Insulin resistance की वजह से small follicles हो रहे हैं सर. Symptoms is tendency towards obesity, acne, hirsutism, मुंह पे बाल आएंगे, androgenic alopecia, गंजा हो जाएगा इंसान. Oligomenorrhea is better मतलब first choice than the amenorrhea, which will lead to infertility also, sir. Long-term complication can be metabolic X syndrome. And metabolic X syndrome के अंदर what we have seen, velvety black appearance, that is called as acanthosis nigricans. So obesity, diabetes mellitus, hypertension, they will lead to a skin condition associated with skin condition, and that is going to be the acanthosis nigricans. Acanthosis nigricans, sir. Now the diagnostic criteria of PCOS is Rotterdam criteria. Insulin resistance की वजह से हो रही है, follicle छोटे छोटे रह रहे हैं. Now there will be a menstrual dysfunction. We agree to that. Androgen levels are high. If you see the pathophysiology, the androgen levels are high. Then ultrasound में there is a multiple size, more than 12 number and short size you will see, and it will make a necklace appearance myself. Now this appearance is not of a PCOS. Then this appearance is of a ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome. Ovarian, this is big, not a small size, this is a big size. ठीक है, this is ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome. Hyperstimulation syndrome. Done, sir? अगर इसमें छोटे छोटे होते then it should be for the PCOS. E2A1 ratio भी होती है. Normally it is 2:1, but here it is 1:2. FSH-LH ratio भी उल्टी हो जाती है 1:2. Treatment में lifestyle modification. You can give, because of diabetes mellitus, you can give a drug metformin. Androgenic feature, बाल वगैरह जड़ रहे हैं, you will give the OCPs. अगर menses, oligomenoria कम आ रहे हैं, delayed menses आ रहे हैं, तो progesterone withdrawal, you will give the progesterone. Progesterone का काम होता है यूट्रस को सिक्रीटरी बनाना. तो जब यूट्रस सिक्रीटरी बना होगा, एकदम विड्रॉल करोगे तो ब्लीडिंग आ जाती है. तो ओलिगोमेनोरिया भी ट्रीट कर, इनफर्टिलिटी को ट्रीट करोगे लेट्रोजोल की मदद से. So this is all a short sweet story of a 1 page of a PCOS or Stevens-Lethal syndrome, which will cover all your MCQs related to this topic in the exam. We just covered in 5 minutes. Now vaginitis is another topic which is regularly asked in the exam. So my dear friends, number one is vaginitis. ठीक है, trichomonal vaginitis. It is caused by Trichomonas vaginalis, greenish white discharge, ET, dysuria, increased frequency of micturition, tiny ulcers on vagina. You can see right here, tiny ulcers on vagina. This is strawberry vagina, angry looking vagina, colpitis macularis. So these all are features of what's your Trichomonas vaginitis. Investigation of choice, saline microscopy. Drug of choice, metronidazole. Mate partner treatment is needed. So Trichomonas vaginalis is done. Can you tell me from the yesterday's class which mortality is there of a Trichomonas vaginalis? Which mortality is there? We have studied in the microbiology. Which mortality is there? Tumbling mortality. Very good. Chalo. Now coming to the कैंडिडल वेजिनाइटिस. कैंडिडा, ऊपर सफ़ेद नीचे सफ़ेद, सलाइन माइक्रोस्कोपी. ड्रग ऑफ चॉइस में क्या दोगे? फ्लूकोनाजोल, सिंगल डोज. फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर अगर प्रेग्नेंट होगी नो ट्रीटमेंट. सेकेंड एंड थर्ड ट्राइमेस्टर क्लोट्रिमाजोल क्रीम लगाओगे. मेल पार्टनर ट्रीटमेंट यस नीडेड. क्लमाइडिया वेजिनाइटिस डेडली है, ठीक है, एंड नाट करते हैं. न्यूक्लिक एसिड एम्पलीफिकेशन टेस्ट करेंगे. गोल्ड स्टैंडर्ड में क्या करेंगे? मैकॉय और हेला सेल कल्चर करेंगे. ड्रग ऑफ चॉइस में एजिथ्रो एंड डॉक्सीसाइक्लिन प्लस कॉन्टैक्ट ट्रेसिंग इज डन सर. नेक्स्ट इज बैक्टीरियल वेजिनोसिस. Now there is a Gardnerella vaginalis. Because of this bacteria, what is happening? Basically, your pH is increasing. That from acidic to it is going to the basic. Moment the pH is acidic to the basic, what will happen? There will be a decrease in Dorderland bacilli. Dorderland bacilli एक एसिडिक बैक्टीरिया है, इसकी वजह से आपका pH बढ़ जाता। pH बढ़ने की वजह से क्या होएगा? अंदर बैक्टीरिया आ जाएगा, बैक्टीरिया अंदर एंट्री करेगा। जब डॉर्डरलैंड बेसिलाई कम होगा, pH बढ़ेगा, pH बढ़ेगा तो ये गार्डलेना अंदर आएगा, अंदर आएगा तो यहाँ पे बीमारी कॉज करेगा, जिसकी वजह से थिन ग्रेइश डिस्चार्ज, जिसकी मछली जैसी बदबू आती है। अगर 10% QH माउंट पे डालो तो pH मोर देन 4.5, क्लू सेल्स इंपॉर्टेंट मोर देन 20%, विफ टेस्ट पॉजिटिव 10% QH माउंट पे डालो, फिशी ऑर्डर, नूंजेंट स्कोर इज मोर देन 7, ड्रग ऑफ चॉइसेस metronidazole और 4 are very very important. So my question number 1 for all of you, sir, angry looking vagina is a feature of Trichomonas vaginalis. Drug of choice in Trichomonas, metronidazole. Contact tracing is required or not required? Contact tracing is not required. Sir, curdy white discharge is seen in and it is caused by, sir, Nugent score is done to diagnose bacterial vaginosis. Sir, Amsel's criteria is for bacterial. Sir, Rotterdam criteria is for, sir, which STD is called as deadly STD in which NAT testing is done? Chlamydia. That is what, sir, your chlamydia. So all your questions related to these 4 topics are also done and dusted, my dear friends. Let's talk about the next topic, comfortably called as pelvic inflammatory disease. My dear friends, yes, pelvic inflammatory disease is the inflammation of uterus, fallopian tube and ovaries. Most common cause in acute is Neisseria gonorrhea, and the people who are using IUCDs, actinomyces will cause this. And what is the risk factor for that? Remember, multiple sexual intercourse with multiple partner can lead to the pelvic inflammatory disease. Now, acute and chronic PID, we will divide it into. What will happen in the acute? There will be a pain, plus there will be a pyosalping. Very important. Sir, pyosalping word लिखा हो without confusion, acute mark करके आना है. Hydrosalpings लिखा हो तो chronic. पहले पस पड़ती है, बाद में वो पानी पानी हो जाता है, सर. So pyosalpings and hydrosalpings you have to remember. Sir, there will be a diagnostic criteria. First is minimum criteria. Then there is an additional criteria and then there is a definitive criteria, my dear. Sir, minimum, additional and definitive criteria. Sir, minimum criteria there will be cervical, uterus and adnexal tenderness. Tenderness present होगी. Additional में fever होगा, WBC count बड़ा होगा, CRP बड़े हुए होंगे. That is additional criteria. Now coming to the definitive criteria of the acute PID. Sir, remember, endometrial biopsy we will take, sir. Plus ultrasound में tubo-ovarian mass. Plus laparoscopy में sunset sign, trickling sign from the fimbriae. If this is fimbriae, there will be trickling of pus like this. This is looking like a sunset sign. This is looking like a sunset sign. So this is the definitive. एक तो biopsy ले लो भाई साहब. बायोप्सी के बाद ट्यूबो ओवेरियन मास देख लो. ट्यूबो ओवेरियन मास के साथ साथ में लेप्रोस्कोपी करोगे, फिब्रिली यू आर गोइंग टू सी द trickling of the pus. That is called as sunset sign. That is called as sunset sign. Now how you will manage the case, sir? OPD में आया तो क्या करोगे? अगर अंदर एडमिटेड है तो क्या करोगे? जब एडमिट होता है तो IV इंजेक्टेबल प्रेफर करते हैं. फॉर दैट इंजेक्शन क्लिंडा एंड जेंटा. अगर ओपीडी में आया एक इंजेक्शन दे दो, बाकी टैबलेट्स दे दो, तो सेफ्ट्राइक्सोन, डॉक्सी एंड मेट्रो. सेफ्ट्राइक्सोन, डॉक्सी, CDM इन द ओपीडी एंड इंजेक्टेबल में IPD देना है, क्लिंडा एंड जेंटामाइसिन. क्लिंडा एंड जेंटामाइसिन, डन एंड डस्टेड. नाउ क्रॉनिक PID. क्रॉनिक PID, देयर इज अ डल पेन ऑन द मूवमेंट. There will be a hydrosalpings. Laparoscopy में Voilin string appearance, which is also called as Fig-Hertz-Curtis syndrome. ये typical finding देखने मिलेगी आपको. Adhesion बने होंगे पेरीहिपैटिक रीजन पे. जब मूवमेंट करोगे तो वहाँ पे दर्द होती है. Intense pain is there, such Fig-Hertz-Curtis syndrome. Now, in the chronic PID, if tube is getting completely blocked, it will lead to infertility. And sir, if the tube is partially blocked, there will be ectopic pregnancy. तो PID के साथ there can be infertility also, there can be a ectopic pregnancy also. Again, I want to summarize. PID is an infection. Risk factor is multiple sexual partners, and causative organism is Neisseria gonorrhea. If IUCD user is there, then actinomyces. Clinical feature में there is going to be pain. In acute there is going to be the pyosulfings. In chronic there is going to be hydrosulfing. In the chronic itself there is going to be the Fitz-Hugh-Curtis syndrome, where you will have a dull movement on the dull pain on the movements. In the acute part we have learned about the three criteria. One is your minimum criteria, which is about the tenderness. Then additional criteria will be there, which is about the fever, temperature. Then there is CRP, then there is WBC. Then other than that we are having the definitive criteria, where we were taking biopsy, tubo-ovarian mass, and along with that we were doing the laparoscopy. Laparoscopy mein what we were seeing? The sunset sign we were seeing. You are saying, sir, sunset signs. And treatment in the OPD, CDM, C for ceftriaxone, injectable form, doxycycline, metronidazole, and if patient is admitted, then with the Clinda and gentamicin. ठीक है सर. Chronic PID का treatment is according to the cause. First of all, anti-inflammatory, inflammation को हटा दिया, subside करने के बाद whatever complications are there, you just remove them. Like tube is blocked, what you will do? You will cut the two end and anastomosis. Partially blocked, you will put the instrument and will try to dilate it. So these are the treatments you will offer to such cases. Now coming to the next part is endometriosis. Sir, endometriosis, the presence of active endometrial tissue outside the uterus that we were talking about. सर, अब आपका एंडोमेट्रियल टिश्यू कहीं और प्रेजेंट है, और मोस्ट कॉमन इसकी घूमने की जगह कौन सी है? ओवरीज. रिस्क फैक्टर KRAS जीन. अच्छा ये बताइए KRAS जीन कौन सा कैंसर करा रहा था? हिंट देता हूँ, एप्पल कोर डिफेक्ट वाज सीन देयर. Colon cancer, cutie pies, C for colon, C for cutie 5, and you guys are cutie pies. High estrogen is also a risk factor. Nulliparity is also a risk factor. कभी भी जो है प्रेग्नेंट नहीं हुई हो. प्रोटेक्टिव, सुट्टा पीने से एंडोमेट्रियोसिस नहीं होती, क्योंकि वो एरोमेटाइजेशन को इनहिबिट करता है. OCPs अगर कोई खाता हो, ओरल कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव पिल्स, जो 21 and 7 टैबलेट्स की कल बात हुई थी, उसकी वजह से एंडोमेट्रियल थिनिंग होती है. तो दीज आर द प्रोटेक्टिव मेथड्स फॉर द एंडोमेट्रियोसिस. अगर वो पतला रहेगा तो अपनी जगह पे रहेगा. तो प्रोटेक्टिव फैक्टर्स, रिस्क फैक्टर्स. अब सिम्टम्स क्या है? डिसमेनोरिया, मेंस्ट्रुअल पेन, वी हैव टॉक अबाउट द पैथोलॉजिकल कॉज वाले में. डिस्पेरोनिया, इंटरकोर्स पेन, मेंसेस के दौरान भी पेन और इंटरकोर्स के दौरान भी बहुत ज़्यादा पेन हो रही है. प्लस अगर एंडोमेट्रियल टिश्यू कहीं और होगा तो बच्चा कैसे पैदा होगा? देयर इज गोइंग टू बी इनफर्टिलिटी सर. पर वजाइनल एग्जामिनेशन में यू विल सी एडिनेक्सल मास. देयर इज गोइंग टू बी द ओवेरियन सिस्ट, एंड दैट इज ग्राउंड ग्लास अपीयरेंस ऑन द USG. इन्वेस्टिगेशन ऑफ चॉइसेस लेप्रोस्कोपी. Chocolate cyst you will see, but just by looking at chocolate cyst, but just by looking at adnexal mass, just by looking on ground glass appearance, you cannot confirmately say that this is endometrial tissue. For that, the gold standard is histopathological examination. Histopathological examination. तो endometriosis क्या चीज़ है? अपनी जगह से दूसरी जगह टिश्यू चला गया है, ज़्यादातर जाता है ओवरी, और आपका रिस्क फैक्टर में एक जीन है KRAS. नल्लीपैरिटी, कभी बच्चा पैदा नहीं किया. प्रोटेक्टिव में आपका सुट्टा और OCP आ गया. और पर वजाइनल एग्जामिनेशन पे आपको देखने, एक तो सिम्टम्स में पेशेंट बोलेगा कि डॉक्टर साहब इंटरकोर्स में बहुत दर्द है और पीरियड्स में भी बहुत दर्द है, प्लस बच्चा पैदा नहीं हो रहा. सर एडिनेक्सल मास प्रेजेंट होगा. सर ग्राउंड ग्लास ओपेसिटीज प्रेजेंट होगी आपकी सिस्ट में. देन सर आपका अगर आप लेप्रोस्कोपी करोगे यू विल सी अ चॉकलेट सिस्ट. And you will see a histopath, then you will see endometrial glands present there. This is how you will confirm the diagnosis. Now management. If ovarian cyst is less than 3 cm, cyst aspiration, more than 3 cm, cystectomy. Sir, endometrial deposit के लिए cauterization and fulguration, उसको जलाने की कोशिश करेंगे. Addition के लिए additionolysis करेंगे. And drug of choice, because you need your HPO access to work fine, to suppress it, because अगर उसको मिलते रहेंगे हार्मोन तो वो वहीं पे ग्रो करता रहेगा. तो समटाइम्स वी हैव टू सप्रेस द HPO एक्सेस. फॉर दैट वी विल गिव अ कॉन्टिन्यूअस GnRH. नाउ एडिनोमाइसिस. So what is adenomyosis? When your endometrium is present in myometrium because of endomyometrial junction thinning. एंडोमेट्रियम और मायोमेट्रियम की जंक्शन अब बहुत पतली हो गई, जिस वजह से एंडोमेट्रियम इज प्रेजेंट इन द मायोमेट्रियम विच यू कैन सी राइट हियर सर, which you can see right here sir. This is most commonly seen in the multipara or old age group. multipara में बार बार बच्चा पैदा हुआ, जिसकी वजह से जो एंडोमायोमेट्रियल जंक्शन ढीली पड़ गई, ओल्ड एज की वजह ढीली पड़ गई. मोस्ट कॉमन सिम्टम इज मेनोरेजिया, मन भर के साइकिल आई. सॉल्ट पेपर अपीयरेंस. इन्वेस्टिगेशन ऑफ चॉइस इज MRI टू चेक द एंडोमायोमेट्रियल जंक्शन थिकनेस. Gold standard is hysteroscopic curettage. You will check whether this tissue is endometrium or not. And treatment is total abdominal hysterectomy. Because the risk factor are 2, 40 साल के बाद, और अपना मल्टीपैरा, यानी कि बच्चे पैदा हो चुके होंगे, फैमिली कंप्लीट होगी. Here the treatment is total abdominal hysterectomy. Total abdominal hysterectomy. Now coming to the next topic is fibroids. Hydrosalpinx is a feature of acute or chronic? Chronic. Fitz-Hugh-Curtis syndrome is a feature of? Sir, gold standard investigation for endometriosis is going to be? Gold standard investigation is histopathy. Sir, treatment of adenomyosis is going to be? Total abdominal hysterectomy. Very good. Now next topic is fibroid. From where they are originated? They are originating from the myometrium. ठीक है, सब म्यूकस फाइब्रॉइड्स होते हैं, फिर सब फंडल फाइब्रॉइड्स होते हैं, है ना. डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ फाइब्रॉइड्स आर देयर सर. यूट्राइन, एक्स्ट्रा यूट्राइन, एन नंबर ऑफ फाइब्रॉइड्स आर देयर सर. ठीक है, चलो. रिस्क फैक्टर इज इंक्रीज एस्ट्रोजन एंड नल्लीपैरिटी. देयर इज अ जेनेटिक ट्रांसलोकेशन बिटवीन क्रोमोसोम नंबर 14 एंड 12, 12-14. हाई सोशो. अमीरों की बीमारी कौन? फाइब्रॉइड्स. अमीरों की बीमारी क्या है? फाइब्रॉइड सर. प्रोटेक्टिव फैक्टर अगेंस्ट फिजिकल एक्सरसाइज एंड स्मोकिंग क्या करेगा? ब्लॉक द एरोमेटाइजेशन. ठीक है, चल. यूट्राइन फाइब्रॉइड, इफ यू टॉक अबाउट यूट्राइन, इंट्राम्यूरल इज मोस्ट कॉमन, फिर सब म्यूकस होता है, फिर सब सीरस होता है. ठीक है, अगर ये इसकी बाउंड्री है यूट्रस की, इफ आई मेक इट एबल टू मेक इट और नॉट, यस आई एम एबल टू मेक इट. ठीक है, ये आउटर साइड और इनर साइड के बेस पे देखेंगे. सब सीरस इज दिस. पहले सब म्यूकोजल आया, फिर बीच में आया इंट्राम्यूरल, ठीक है, और फिर बाहर की तरफ को आया सब सीरस. 3rd नंबर का है ये, बीच वाला जो है पहले नंबर का है, ये है दूसरे नंबर का. ठीक है जी, चलो. नाउ सर, एक्स्ट्रा सर्विकल फाइब्रॉइड्स, एक्स्ट्रा यूट्राइन में विल टॉक अबाउट द सर्विकल फाइब्रॉइड. आस्क्ड इन द एग्जाम, एंटीरियर और पोस्टीरियर वॉल पे होगा तो क्या होगा? इफ इट इज ऑन द एंटीरियर वॉल, इंक्रीज फ्रीक्वेंसी ऑफ यूरिनेशन, और पोस्टीरियर पे होगा तो यूरिन रिटेंशन कराएगा. क्या कराएगा सर? यूरिन रिटेंशन. ठीक है. नाउ यूट्राइन फाइब्रॉइड मोस्ट कॉमन सिम्टम इज व्हाट सर? मेनोरेजिया. मन भर के साइकिल का क्या कॉज था? यूट्राइन फाइब्रॉइड. इन्वेस्टिगेशन ऑफ चॉइस इज USG. बेस्ट इन्वेस्टिगेशन इज MRI. कॉम्प्लिकेशन कैन हैपन हाइलैंड डिजनरेशन, ठीक है, calcaneus degeneration and also red degeneration. These are the type of degeneration which can happen with the fibroids. And treatment part, sir, mostly fibroids are asymptomatic. If asymptomatic and size less than 10 centimeter, USG follow up to check the size, sir. Sir, if symptomatic and multipara is there, already family complete हो चुकी है, total abdominal hysterectomy. And sir, if nulliparous, just do myomectomy. And sir, medical management is continuous GnRH to suppress the HPO excess. And sir, remember, plus tranexamic acid, because if fibroids are symptomatic, what symptom they are having? Menorrhagia, man bhar ke cycle. So this is fibroids. We have talked about types of fibroid, most common type, extrauterine fibroid, their symptom and their treatment. Mostly they are asymptomatic, and if symptoms are present, the symptoms are going to be the menorrhagia, sir. And here, if we see the asymptomatic and size less than 10 centimeter, just follow up, no need to intervene. And if there is symptoms size more than 10 centimeters, you see multipara or primipara or nulliparous. Multipara total abdominal, and primipara you will have a myomectomy. You will do a plus supportive measurement, continuous GnRH to suppress the HPO excess, plus you will give a tranexamic acid to stop the timing. Done, sir? Sure. Let's talk about the congenital malformation of the uterus. कंजेनाइटल मालफॉर्मेशन ऑफ द यूट्रस, फर्स्ट विल टॉक अबाउट द मुलेरियन डक्ट स्टार्ट डेवलप कब होती है, 7 to 8 weeks. मुलेरियन डक्ट स्टार्ट फ्यूजिंग एट 12 weeks. एंड मुलेरियन डक्ट बनाती क्या है अब आपको पता लग चुका है, यूट्रस, सर्विक्स, फैलोपियन ट्यूब, ये अपर 1/3 ऑफ द वेजाइना. अपर 1/3 ऑफ द वेजाइना इज मेड बाय द मुलेरियन डक्ट. पीछे हमने गलत बोल दिया था क्या? ठीक है, तो याद रखिए मुलेरियन डक्ट अपर 1/3 ऑफ द वेजाइना बनाती है, लोअर 2/3 इज मेड बाय यूरोजेनाइटल साइनस. जस्ट चेक इट, इफ आई हैव सेड रॉन्ग आई एम वेरी सॉरी, प्लीज करेक्ट इट दैट टाइम. ठीक है. एबनॉर्मलिटीज सर, अगर इनर वॉल ऑफ द यूट्रस डू नॉट फ्यूज देयर विल बी ए यूट्राइन सेप्टम. यू कैन सी राइट हियर ए. If Mullerian duct fuse partially, there will be a heart-shaped uterus. There will be a heart-shaped uterus. This is B. There will be one vagina. There can be 2 cervix or plus 2 uterus is definitive. 2 uterus. Uterus 1, uterus 2 is there. Uterus 1 and uterus 2 is there, sir. Sir, if Mullerian duct do not fuse at all, there will be a separate vagina, 2 uterus, 2 vagina. 2 uterus, 2 vagina, 1 uterus, 1 uterus, 1 vagina, 1 vagina, like that it will happen. If only one Mullerian duct develop, there is going to be the unicornuate or banana shape uterus is going to be there. Banana shape uterus is going to be there, sir. सिर्फ सेप्टम हो सकता है, पार्शली फ्यूज हुए तो हार्ट शेप हो सकता है, और अगर दोनों फ्यूज नहीं हुए तो बायलेटरल होगा. 2 cervix, 2 vagina, 2 uterus will be there. If only one duct, only one side will be there. ठीक है. हाउ टू इन्वेस्टिगेट, लीच विल्किंसन कैनुला डाला जाता है, डाई डाली जाती है, देन वी टेक अ हिस्ट्रोसाल्फिंगोग्राम. ऑन दैट हिस्ट्रोसाल्फिंगोग्राम वी आर गोइंग टू इन्वेस्टिगेट ये क्या है. नाउ सर, मोस्ट कॉमन इन्वेस्टिगेशन इज अल्ट्रासाउंड. गोल्ड स्टैंडर्ड इज लेप्रोस्कोपी प्लस हिस्ट्रोस्कोपी इज बेटर आंसर. हिस्ट्रोसाल्फिंगोग्राफी की जो मैं बात कर रहा था इज बेटर आंसर देन MRI. नाउ ट्रीटमेंट, इफ सेप्टेड यूट्रस इज देयर, दिस हिस्ट्रोस्कोपिक रिमूवल ऑफ द सेप्टम. If uterine didelphys is there, then metroplasty you have to do. ठीक है, इन दोनों यूट्रस को आपस में जोड़ा जाता है, that is called as metroplasty. Coming on to the next topic, and sir, that is your infertility. My dear ladies and gentlemen, failure to conceive even after 1 year of unprotected and regular intercourse will be termed as infertility. If a patient is coming to you, आपके पास मरीज आता है, बोलता है डॉक्टर साहब 11 महीने हो गए, रोज मेहनत करता हूं, बच्चा पैदा नहीं हो रहा है, तो यू विल से अनदर 1 month, वर्क मोर हार्ड, यू विल सक्सीड. ठीक है, तो 1 साल कम से कम होना चाहिए इन अनप्रोटेक्टेड, प्रोटेक्टेड नहीं, अनप्रोटेक्टेड, बिल्कुल बिना किसी पर्दे के. ठीक है. नाउ फीमेल फैक्टर्स क्या क्या हैं और मेल फैक्टर क्या है, लेट्स टॉक अबाउट देम. दिस इज अगेन एग्जाम क्वेश्चन सर. चलिए. नाउ सर, ओवेरियन फैक्टर्स, HPO एक्सिस फेलियर, कार्लमैन सिंड्रोम, पल्सटाइल GnRH पहले ही पढ़ा है, कार्ल 1 जेंडर एनोस्मिया प्लस इनफर्टिलिटी. HPO एक्सिस डिसफंक्शन PCOS के अंदर होता है, फेल हो जाता है, कार्लमैन में डिसफंक्शन होता है PCOS में, प्लस हाइपरप्रोलैक्टिनीमिया. सर लेट्रोजोल इज अ ड्रग ऑफ चॉइस फॉर PCOS इंड्यूस इनफर्टिलिटी एंड हाइपरप्रोलैक्टिनीमिया. ब्रोमोक्रिप्टिन विल गिव सर, ब्रोमोक्रिप्टिन विल गिव सर. ट्यूबल फैक्टर में PID याद आया, PID was causing the tubal obstruction which was leading to infertility, and endometriosis can also lead to your infertility. Best test to check the tubal patency, कि ट्यूब ठीक है कि नहीं है, तो laparoscopic chromoperturbation done at best 10th day before the menses are starting. Those days are the best days to start that. And treatment of tubal block, if tubal block has happened, in vitro fertilization, because ट्यूब्स आर ब्लॉक, मुलेरियन डक्ट वाला एरिया ब्लॉक है, बट योर HPO एक्सिस इज फाइन, दैट मीन्स ओवुलेशन इज हैपनिंग. देन कमिंग टू द सर्विकल फैक्टर्स, वी हैव टॉक्ड अबाउट द HPO एक्सिस, ओवेरियन फैक्टर, ट्यूबल फैक्टर्स, cervical factor. Now the sperm is trying to enter, but there are the dushman of sperm, there are the enemies of sperm called as anti-sperm antibodies. They are killing the sperm, they are not allowing a normal sperm to enter. For that we just check a test called as Sims test or Huhner test. You will see a jerky movement, and treatment is intrauterine insemination. Treatment is what, sir? Intrauterine insemination. Now this is female factor, sir. Anti-sperm antibodies हो गई, PCOS हो गया, endometriosis हो गया, कार्लमैन सिंड्रोम हो गया, आपका पिट्यूटरी ट्यूमर हो गया, PCOS हो गया, these all are for the female factors. Now male factors, let's learn about the normal seminogram, sir. The minimum amount of sperm is 1.5, maximum is it up to 5. Sperm count is more than 15 million per ml, and in per ejaculation approximately we spend 39 million sperm. Then morphologically normal sperm is equal to more than 4%. Viable sperm are more than 58% and total mortality is 40%. Now, what are the abnormalities regarding to this, sir? One by one. Semen, if it is less than 1.5 ml, it is called as hypospermia. Hypospermia. And if semen is more than 5.5, called as hyperspermia. If sperm is absent, called as aspermia. And if sperm is if semen is absent, called as aspermia. If sperm is absent, called as azoospermia. Semen less, semen more, and semen absent. Hypospermia, hyperspermia, aspermia, and azoospermia when sperm is absent. Now sperm count less than 15 million, oligospermia. Morphologically normal sperm is more less than 4%, teratospermia. Motility of a sperm is less than 32%, asthenospermia. Answer, viable sperm less than 58 is necrosospermia. Necrosospermia. So let me ask you some questions and you will answer me right now, sir. You will answer me right now, sir. Question number 1. Less semen less than 1.5 ml is called as. Answer, no semen is called as. Morphologically normal sperm is less than 4% is called as teratospermia. Now move on to the last one. Male factor can be pretesticular, testicular and post-testicular. But if it's pre-testicular, in the pre-testicular, we are having problem in hypothalamus or pituitary, because of which FSH, LH and testosterone all three are less. So what we'll do, hypothalamus को stimulate करना है तो pulsatile GnRH दे दो treatment के तौर पे. Understood? Testicular problem, accident can happen, radiation can happen. So FSH, LH was normal, but testosterone was low. Testosterone was low. So remember, management is accordingly. Management was accordingly. Post-testicular, the cause is obstruction. Everything was normal. Then why the problem was happening? The problem was happening because of the obstruction in the ducts. For that, we are having two methods. One is TISA, testicular sperm aspiration, and microscope or epidermal sperm. Epidermal is best because fresh sperm is coming. And this is a IPD procedure. If you are not able to extract sperm from here, then you have to do the intrauterine insemination. Now, what are the indication for intrauterine insemination, my dear friends? First is impotency. If penis is not able to erect fully, if penis is not erecting fully and down like this, then you have to do the intrauterine insemination. Vaginismus, if vagina is closing mouth when you are trying to go inside, vagina is so becoming so narrow, so angry and not allowing the penis to penetrate, that is vaginismus. In that condition, mild oligospermia, sperm count is less. Hypospadias, now your urethral opening is not here but somewhere else, that is hypospadias. Retrograde ejaculation, you are fired like this, sperm fired like this, but it is going like this, ulta ja raha hai. These are some indication for the intrauterine insemination. Now what is ARTs? Assisted reproductive techniques. So once question was asked, all of the following are ARTs except. So IVF is ART. Yes. ICSI, ZIFT, GIFT, they all are ART, but intrauterine insemination, you are not handling the gametes. You are completely, you can say, ejaculating whole of the sperm with the semen. But in these kind of techniques, IVF, ICSI, ZIFT, GIFT, where we are handling with the gamete, so micro handling is going on in this ARTs, but this is a way to remember this. Micro handling is going on with the ARTs, and with the intrauterine insemination, you are completely helping the sperm to go inside, directly going to inside in the uterus. Not a single gamete उठा के डाल दी कि semen हटा के डाला, sperm अलग से हटा के डाली है. No, wholesome you are putting inside. Now coming on to the next is menopause. menopause. My dear friends, cessation of menses at least for the 1 year. In India 47, world is 51. Premature menopause less than 40 years. Most common cause is genetic. Delays is more than 55 and causes uterine fibroids. And uterine fibroids you have learned so well right now, sir. Then physiotherapy is cessation of HPO excess. How it is happening? Estrogens are low, progesterone low, endometrial thickness is low, but FSH and LH are high. FSH and LH are high. Anti-Mullerian hormone is also becoming abnormally high. तो FSH LH हाई होंगे जब मैं आपका सिजेशन हो जाएगा HPO एक्सेस का. सिम्टम की बात करेंगे, हॉट फ्लैशेस होगा, ड्रग ऑफ चॉइसेस टिबोलोन, प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन. ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस ड्रग ऑफ चॉइसेस बिसफॉस्फोनेट, बिसफॉस्फोनेट. ड्राई वजाइना ईस्ट्रोजन दोगे, लिपलिपापन आएगा. लिबिडो कम हो जाएगा तो एंड्रोजन्स दोगे. देन सर, इफ देयर इज अ प्रीमेच्योर मेनोपॉज लेस देन 40 years, diagnosis is anti-Mullerian hormones, which is, sir, less than 1 nanogram per ml, and FSH is more. So anti-Mullerian hormone is less, FSH is more on day 3, will make a diagnosis that there is a menopause happen. There is a menopause happen. Now coming on to the next subject, and that is obstetrics, and we have completed our gynecology. समझ में आ गया जितनी चीजें we have studied? All of you might have already studied the things and you have just rebrushed it, what was there and what not, है ना. इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ें ये होती है, इसमें ये होता है, ये करते हैं, ये बीमारी में ये है, PCOS में क्या है, एंडोमेट्रियोसिस में क्या है, एडिनोमाइसिस है, फाइब्रॉइड्स के अंदर क्या चीज़ है, all those one thing, what is infertility, male cause, female causes, what is your menopause, all those topics we have covered so far. Now sir, let's move on to the next topic, that is called as obstetrics. Obstetrics. Let's first talk about the placenta. Placenta, sir. Obstetrics is little bigger than the gynecology, so we will increase our speed little bit. Let's take it down by 7. Let's take it down by 7. Sir, yes, sir. Placenta, if we talk about, weight is 500. There is a maternal component and the fetal component. Two components are there, sir. This maternal component is formed by Decidua bacillus, and fetal is formed by chorion frondosome. Where is the site? Upper posterior or fundo posterior. Khatam. Hormone secreted by placenta. What important hormone? Beta HCG, estrogen, PAPA, HPL. Sir, PAPA is pregnancy associated plasma protein. HPL is human placental lactogen. Now coming to the internal os and the lower edge of placenta. Normal internal os and lower edge of placenta, there should be a distance more than 2 centimeters. Less than 2 centimeter is called as low-lying placenta, and if placenta is covering the internal os, this is called as placenta previa. This is called as placenta previa. You can see right here, sir. The image is blurred, but still it's okay. This is normal, more than 2 centimeter. This is lower edge of placenta. This is internal os. If it is less than 2 centimeter, then it is called as low-lying placenta, and if it is completely covering, this is called as placenta previa. Placenta previa. Now abnormalities related to this, let's learn about them, sir. Low-lying placenta. The lower edge is within 2 centimeters from that. We have low accessory lobes, bilobeta, suction curiate and spuria. Bilobeta में 2 equal size lobes are there connected with the blood supply. Suction curiate is one big, one small connected with the blood supply, and spuria is supra साफ हो गया है, बड़ा छोटा lobe not connected with the blood supply. Extrachoral placenta. Now sir, maternal surface is larger than the fetal surface. Where maternal surface is larger, normally fetal surface is larger than the maternal surface. Here the problem is maternal surface larger than. Here is a circummarginate and circumvallate placenta. Circummarginate and circumvallate placenta. And now other deformities are like battledore placenta, where umbilical cord is attached at the placental margin. You can see filamentous. पहले umbilical cord fetal membrane पे inject हुई. From fetal membrane it travels to the placenta, maternal component. पहले fetal component पे गई, फिर maternal component पे आई. This is called as filamentous insertion of the cord. Filamentous insertion of the cord. Now the question comes, the blood is coming. Now how you will differentiate? Differentiate single alkali denaturation test or APT test. Sir, here what is happening, when you are putting the blood with a 10% QH mount, the fetal blood is resistant. Fetal blood जो होता है, that is a resistant blood, and less problem will happen. Fetal blood will be there, less problem will happen. Sir, sorry, if fetal blood will be resistant, and maternal blood will be denatured. This is how you will differentiate between maternal and the fetal blood. Now amniotic fluid की बात करेंगे. Sir, less than 7 weeks पे who is secreting? Maternal plasma. 7 to 20 weeks diffusion from the fetal skin. And sir, more than 20 weeks it is fetal urine. It is what, sir? Your fetal urine. So normally you will see a single deepest pocket is between. How to measure it? It's important to know amniotic fluid index and single deepest pocket. Sir, single deepest pocket is 2 to 8 centimeter and amniotic fluid index is 5 to 25 centimeter. Sir, single deepest pocket is 2 to 8 centimeter and amniotic fluid index is 5 to 25 centimeter. 5 to 25 centimeter, and the amount is normally 200 to 2000. Now on the basis of this data, let's talk about oligo and polymenorrhea. Oligo and polymenorrhea, my dear friends. The single deepest pocket, if it is less than 2 and amniotic fluid index is less than 5, then we call this oligo, and volume is less than 200. And if the single deepest pocket is more than 8 centimeter and amniotic fluid index is more than 20, we call this as polymenorrhea. We call this as polymenorrhea, and fluid is more than 2000, sir. And most common cause of mild is idiopathic in both of them. But most common cause of severe here in the oligo is maternal diastolic hypertension, and in the poly it is open neural tube defect. Now, अगर कोई चीज कम है तो amnio infusion of normal saline on the body temperature we give, और अगर ज्यादा है तो बाहर निकाल लो. That is called as amniosynthesis. That is called as amniosynthesis. Now, max amount of amniotic fluid is going to be at what level? Can you tell me? There is a huge controversy over this 32, 34. Some teachers say 32, some books say 34. So 34, I think most of the people are agreed on 34 itself. Anna? Chalo. So is just one question comes like this, 34 or 32 you have to choose. Okay. And best, I think most of the teachers are going in the favor of 34 only. So we'll also go in the max majority only. Chalo. Now sir, we have talked about the poly and hydroamenorrhea. And let's first tell about the single deepest pocket. Single deepest pocket and amniotic fluid index and amniotic fluid. क्या था? Oligo and poly. Less than 2, more than 8. Less than 5, more than 25. Less than 200, more than 2000. This is a basic thing you need to know. और ज़्यादा होगा तो निकालना है amniosynthesis. कम होगा एमनियो इन्फ्यूजन करना है आपका सलाइन का, नॉर्मल सलाइन एट द बॉडी टेम्परेचर, डन. नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द कलर्स ऑफ एमनोटिक फ्लूइड. सर, कलर में एट टर्म इट इज स्ट्रॉ कलर, RH कंपैटिबिलिटी गोल्डन येलो, लिस्टीरिया में ग्रीन हो जाता है, अब्रप्शो प्लेसेंटा में डार्क, फिटल डिमाइस हो जाए ब्लैक, और पोस्टम प्रेगनेंसी में ग्रीनिश येलो, विच इज अ सैफरन कलर, विच इज व्हाट्स आर योर saffron color. Now let's talk about the other things. Pregnancy. The next topic we are going to talk about is pregnancy. Sir, pregnancy. Period of amenorrhea is 40 weeks or 280 days. This is right from the LMP. But if someone is asking you true period of amenorrhea, always minus 14, because first 14 days are ovulatory phase. Now, what are the periods we are having? Growth phase. We are having ovular period, embryonal period and fetal period, sir. Ovular period is up to 2 weeks, what we have just talked about. Embryonal 3 से 8 week embryo रहता है, 9 week onwards क्या रह जाता है, वो फिर fetal बनता है. These are the 3 growth periods we have. We have 3 trimesters also, sir. What are those 3 trimesters, my dear friends? Here the trimester number 1 is up to 14 weeks. And from 14 to 28 is trimester 2, and more than 28 week up to 42 it is trimester 3. So 3 trimester, 3 growth period, and now GT PAL scoring. Number of the time she is becoming pregnant is G. Number of term deliveries is T. Number of preterm deliveries is P. Number of abortion is A, and living children is. This is called as GT PAL scoring. Which is normally done in the OPDs also. Preterm, early term, term, late term, post term. All these things you should know before going to the exam. What is early term? So 37 week. Before 37 week, we call that preterm. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल 37 वीक से पहले बच्चा पैदा हो तो प्री टर्म बेबी. 37 weeks to 38 week 6 day is early. 39 to 40 week 6 day is term baby. And 41 to 41 week 6 day is late term, and 42 week onward it is your post term babies. Again, I question one answer. Sir, 37 weeks से पहले क्या बोलोगे? What is 37 weeks before? Preterm. 37 to 38 week 6 days is going to be, yes. 39 to 40 weeks 6 days is going to be. 42 week onward, छोड़ो 41 को. 42 week onward is going to be. First trimester is up to, चलो another question. First trimester is up to. Second trimester is up to. In the GT PAL scoring, the T alphabet is for term babies. T alphabet is for term babies. Term babies. What is estimated date of pregnancy? There is a formula called as Niggles formula. What is LMP? LMP में you have to add 9 month plus 7. 9 month. One more method is there. Add 1 year and then subtract 3 month and 7 days. Now coming to the next part is symptoms in the pregnancy. What a patient is going to tell you in the pregnancy part, sir. First trimester, my dear ladies and gentlemen. Yes, first trimester. फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर अर्लीस्ट इज एमनोरिया. पीरियड नहीं आ रहे, सुबह सुबह उल्टी आती है. मॉर्निंग सिकनेस, ड्रग ऑफ चॉइस इज गोइंग टू बी मिक्चुरेशन. बार बार सुसु आता है, थकान होती है, ब्रेस्ट एनलार्जमेंट हो रही है, डिस्कम्फर्ट हो रहा है. दीज आर व्हाट सर सिम्टम ऑफ फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर. एंड फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर वाज अप टू 14 वीक्स माय डियर. फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर वाज अप टू 14 वीक्स माय डियर फ्रेंड्स. डॉक्सिलामाइन इज द करेक्ट आंसर सर. दूसरा ट्राइमेस्टर हुआ, अब बच्चा पेट में लात मारने लग गया, तो बच्चा इज हिटिंग इन द एब्डोमेन. सो रिमेंबर मल्टीपैरा, इफ ऑलरेडी शी वाज प्रेग्नेंट it will be felt at 16 week onwards. If she is pregnant for first time, it will be felt at 18 week onwards. Third trimester, sir, 28 week onwards to the 42 weeks. Lightning मतलब welcome sign, ऐसा लगता है बच्चा बाहर आने वाला है. If she is a multipara, the receptors are little insensitive now, so it will be felt at the time of labor. And primipara के अंदर 38 week onwards there will be a welcome sign, sir. Welcome sign. तो quickening and welcome sign, second trimester and third trimester sign should be clear in your head, sir. Now sign in pregnancy, symptoms we are done with, sir. First trimester में आपको पहले पीरियड नहीं आएंगे, ब्रेस्ट एनलार्जमेंट, सुबह सुबह जो है आपका मन खराब होता है, बार बार सुसु आता है. These all are the features of the first trimester. Second में quickening was happening. If it is a multipara, it's going to come at 16 week onwards. If a primipara, 18 week onward. Then welcome sign is there in the multipara at the time of labor, primipara at the 38 week onward. 38 week onward, sir. ठीक है, चलिए. Now coming to the first trimester. First trimester sign, what you are going to see, my dear friends? Goodall sign. Goodall sign, that is a softening of the cervix. Goodall's earliest sign felt at 6 week onwards. 6 week onward, Goodall sign, softening of the. जैकमियर और चैडविक्स है, जख्मी कर दिया, नीला कर दिया क्योंकि कंजेशन हो रही है. ब्लूइश डिस्कलरेशन ऑफ द सर्विक्स वजाइना ड्यू टू द वीनस कंजेशन. जैकमियर और चैडविक साइन, सर. ऑसिएंडर साइन, पल्सेशन ऑफ पाल्पेशन ऑफ अ यूट्राइन वेसल्स 8 वीक ऑनवर्ड्स. ऑसिएंडर, पिसाच की तरह पेट फैल रहा है, एसिमेट्रिकल एनलार्जमेंट ऑफ अ यूट्रस. पिसाकी साइन, पिसाकी साइन, पिसाकी साइन. देन कमिंग पाल्मर साइन, सर. Some sense of tone due to uterine contraction. रखोगे ऐसा लगेगा. ब्रैक्सटन हिक contraction आती है, सर. Hager sign bimanual. Abdominal and vaginal fingers are approximating each other. This is also felt at 8 weeks. So these are the different 6 signs you have to remember for the exam seen at first trimester. Sir, palpation of uterine vessel is called as. This sign is called as pulsation of uterine vessel is called as Osiander sign. Sir, asymmetrical enlargement of the uterus is called as Pesake sign. Bluish discoloration of the uterus is called as. Softening of the uterus is called as Goodall sign, Chadwick sign. Done. Chalo, done. Let's talk about the second trimester. Palpation of the fetal part is felt at 18 week on, plus auscultation of the heart sound with a stethoscope 18 week on. Very good. Clinical sign of pregnancy, auscultation of the heart sound, my dear. Auscultation of the heart sound, my dear friends. Now coming to the third trimester, lightning sign. Lightning sign, same we were talking about. Welcome sign or lightning sign, same sir. Now investigation for the pregnancy. तो sign and symptoms are clear to all of you. Everyone is clear. Clinical sign क्या था हमारा? स्टेथोस्कोप से हम हार्ट रेट को फील कर पा रहे थे सर. चलिए, इन्वेस्टिगेशन. अर्लीस्ट इज यूरिन प्रेगनेंसी टेस्ट पॉजिटिव 1 day आफ्टर द ओवरड्यू. अगले महीने पीरियड आना था 28 को, तो ये टेस्ट पॉजिटिव आना शुरू हो जाएगा 29, 30 ऑनवर्ड्स. आंसर. बेस्ट टेस्ट इज अ ब्लड टेस्ट. दिस इज यूरिन टेस्ट, स्क्रीनिंग टेस्ट, ब्लड टेस्ट विद फिया और रिया. फिया इज बेटर. बिफोर 7 days ऑफ द ओवरड्यू, यानी कि 14th डे पे कोई प्रेग्नेंट हो गया था तो 21st डे ऑफ द साइकिल पे यू कैन डू द ब्लड टेस्ट एंड यू विल कम टू नो प्रेगनेंसी है कि नहीं है, इन केस यू आर प्लानिंग. सेफ इज अल्ट्रासाउंड, तो यू विल चेक द सैक्स. तो ट्रांस वेजाइनल एंड ट्रांस एब्डोमिनल दो तरीके के अल्ट्रासाउंड होते हैं दोस्तों. 4, 5, 6 and 5, 6, 7. दिस इज हाउ यू विल रिमेंबर. Transvaginal में you are going to see little earlier as compared to the transabdominal. So transvaginal, this is going to be the 4 week, 5 week, 6 week, and the sacs are gestational. First is gestational, second is yolk sac, third is embryonal sac. Gestational sac, yolk sac and embryonal sac, it will come that transvaginal, it is going to be the 4, 5, 6 and transabdominal, it is going to be the 5, 6 and 7. 5, 6 and 7. Best clinical sign of pregnancy is auscultation of the heart sound by stethoscope. Now my question is, it is felt at what age? Gestational, yolk and embryonal sac. Best sign is visualization of a cardiac activity at 4 to 5 week onwards. Earliest is visualization of cardiac activity by USG 4 to 5 week onwards. But the best clinical is auscultation 18 week onwards, sir. 18 week onwards, sir. Then what are the changes going to happen in the pregnancy, my dear friends? So investigation you have done, sir. We talk about the earliest test, blood test, ultrasound also. Now let's talk about the pregnancy changes. So number one thing is face. On face there will be a mask, and this mask during pregnancy is called as colasma. And after pregnancy is called as melasma. After pregnancy is melasma, during pregnancy is colasma. Breast size बढ़ने लग जाएगा, Montgomery tubercle आने लग जाएंगे, abdomen में linear nigra line आ जाएगी, that is a brownish black line between xiphisternum the pubic symphysis. Stria gravidum आ जाएंगे, stretch marks आ जाएंगे. Vagina will be bluish and more acidic now. Then we talk about the weight. Total weight gain in pregnancy is 11 to 12 kg. Then coming to the fundal height, best clinical by the size of. अगर आपको fundus की height देख के you have to tell how old pregnancy is. This is how we will do, sir. If it is pubic symphysis, sorry, base पे it is going to be at 12 weeks. Midway between pubic symphysis and your umbilicus is 16 week. Umbilicus is 20, 22 and 24 weeks also umbilicus पे ही होता है. Then at 28 week में it is more near to umbilicus and away from xiphisternum. 32 weeks it will become near to the xiphisternum. At 36 week it will become at xiphisternum. 36 week पे head is mobile, but 40 weeks पे head is fixed. Head is fixed. So this is how clinically we observe, measure the size, sir. Now coming to the next topic is ectopic pregnancy. So here I think this topic pregnancy, till here it is everything is clear. We talk about the trimesters, we talk about the signs in pregnancy, symptoms in pregnancy, test of pregnancy. Now we talk about the complication related to pregnancy, and that is number one, ectopic pregnancy. Sir, what is ectopic pregnancy? Right here you will see implantation of fertilized ovum outside the uterus. And what is the risk factor, my dear friends? Risk factor is history of previous ectopic pregnancy. Most common site is ampulla, and most common site of rupture is isthmus. Now symptoms like lower abdominal pain is going to be there. Per vaginal examination you will see uterus तो खाली पड़ा हुआ है, और कहाँ मास प्रेजेंट पड़ा है? ट्यूब्स में पड़ा हुआ है, फेलोपियन ट्यूब्स के अंदर. और सर्वाइकल मोशन टेंडरनेस भी है, जैसे सर्विक्स को मूव कर रहे हैं वहाँ दर्द भी हो रहा है. सो दीज आर द सिम्टम्स ऑफ द एक्टोपिक प्रेगनेंसी. Now, ectopic pregnancy on the basis of beta HCG, how you are going to make the diagnosis? Sir, if beta HCG is doubled, but doubled late developing intrauterine pregnancy, अगर आपका यूट्रस खाली पड़ा है और आपकी प्रेगनेंसी कहीं और है बट बीटा एचसीजी आपका डबल हो रहा है, your beta HCG is doubling, then my dear friends remember late developing intrauterine pregnancy. If beta HCG is decreasing, that matlab abortion has occurred. And if beta HCG is increasing but taking more time, that is the diagnosis where you will see this is a ectopic pregnancy. This is what's your ectopic pregnancy. Now ultrasound में Buggles sign, ring of fire sign you are going to see, sir. Buggles sign and ring of fire sign. Investigation of choice is transvaginal sonography plus beta HCG correlation, where beta HCG is doubling but taking more time. Gold standard is laparoscopy, sir. Management of ectopic pregnancy depends on the beta HCG. Sir, medical management, if beta HCG is between 1000 to 5000, sir, if the size of mass is less than 4, then methotrexate is a drug of choice. If jaundice is there, then you will give actinomycin D. Surgical management is first indication is if medical management fails, plus beta HCG if more than 5000, mass is more than 4 centimeter, then you will do laparoscopic removal, sir. Then coming on to the next one, if hemodynamically stable, ठीक है सर, ectopic pregnancy को निकालने का सर्जिकल मेथड देखना, जो हम लेप्रोस्कोपी की मदद से कर रहे हैं. If the female is hemodynamically stable and unruptured ectopic pregnancy is there, then we do a linear salpingostomy. We will just put a cut on the fallopian tube like this and we will take it out. If hemodynamically unstable and ruptured, we will do salpingectomy. We will cut the two parts and we will anastomose it. Now coming to the molar pregnancy, sir. Next topic is what, sir? Your molar pregnancy. Sir, there is an abnormal proliferation degeneration of chorionic tissue. Risk factor can be vitamin A, D की कमी, folic acid की कमी. Molar pregnancy पहले history है cigarette and OCPs. Now there will be a two type of molar pregnancies, complete and partial mole, sir. Let's see what they are. Complete mole में what is happening? Empty ova is attacked by sperm and 46XX chromosome is present right there, sir. Remember, खाली ओवा पे अटैक करा, किसने अटैक करा सर? स्पर्म ने अटैक करा, and uterus is filled with grape like vesicles. On USG snowstorm appearance. पार्शियल मोल पे दो स्पर्म ने एक ओवा पे अटैक करा, पार्शियलिटी कर दी, एक ओवा पे दो स्पर्म आर अटैकिंग एंड दे आर मेकिंग द क्रोमोसोम 69XXY. They are making the chromosome 69XXY. So 46XX where empty ova was attacked is a complete mole, sir. And where one ova is attacked by two sperm making 69XXY, this is going to be the partial mole. Sir. Now symptom of mole pregnancy, irregular bleeding, amenorrhea. Investigation, gold standard is going to be the histopath examination and beta HC correlation. In the complete mole it is going to be more than 10 raised to power 5, and in beta HCG in the partial mole is going to be 10 raised to power 5 say less. Now management in the multipair and the primary, we are talking about the partial and the complete mole. If there is a multipara, total abdominal hysterectomy you will do. If it is nulliparous, suction evacuation will you, and also beta HCG follow-up is required. Now the complication of molar pregnancy can be invasive mole or choriocarcinoma. Now invasive mole is an invasion of molar pregnancy in myometrium, and again treatment is hysterectomy. If it is going there, you will remove it. Choriocarcinoma, most common symptom is irregular bleeding. Beta HCG is the investigation of choice. Most common size of metastasis is lung. And can you tell me which appearance you are going to see right in the lungs? कैसी appearance देखने मिल रही है आपको यहाँ पे lungs में? Which appearance you are going to see in the lungs? The appearance which you are going to see in the lungs is, sir, cannonball appearance. Done. Now for low risk patient who are having choriocarcinoma, the treatment is methotrexate. Sir, for the low risk patient, the treatment is methotrexate. And for the high risk, we will give a Backshaw regime, and that is EMACO. Etoposide, methotrexate, actinomycin D, cyclooncovin. So this regime we will give for that. Then antepartum hemorrhage. What is antepartum hemorrhage? What is postpartum hemorrhage? Let's move on to these topics which are important for the exam. Sir, antepartum hemorrhage, bleeding from the genital tract after the age of viability and before the delivery of the baby. and age of viability in India is 28 week onwards. तो 28 वीक के बाद अगर कोई ब्लीडिंग हो रही है, that is called as abruptio placenta. And what are the causes for this antepartum hemorrhage? One is abruptio placenta, placenta previa, vasa previa, and local tear. Now what are those? Let's talk about them one by one. Placenta previa, initially we have studied the placenta is covering the internal os. If a lower edge of placenta is within 2 centimeter from the internal os, that is called as what, low lying placenta, and is completely covering, that is called as placenta previa. The risk factor for that is previous history of lower cesarean section. Then classification is Brownish classification. Brownish classification of placenta previa कहता है, पहली क्लासिफिकेशन टाइप 1 कहता है कि अभी ये पास आया है, टच नहीं करा है, फिर कहता है इंटरनल ऑस के पास आ गया, फिर कहता है थर्ड में इट इज पार्शियली कवरिंग इंटरनल ऑस, फोर्थ में कहता है इट इज कंप्लीटली कवरिंग द इंटरनल ऑस. एंड ब्राइट रेड पेनलेस मैसिव, यस, bright red painless bleed is a feature of placenta previa, and bright red painful bleed is a feature of abruptio placenta. This is how you can differentiate both of them. Sign, if we talk about abdomen and uterus, soft and non-tender. Abdomen and uterus, soft and non-tender. Investigation of transvaginal sonogram. Pervaginal examination is mandatory right here to check, sir. Then if type 1 and type 2 anterior is there, according to the classification, type 1 and type 2 anterior and posterior. So remember, treatment is normal vaginal delivery, sir. क्योंकि अभी तक वो उसको obstruct नहीं किया है. And if type 2 posterior and type 3, type 4 is there, where they are covering the internal os, then the treatment is cesarean section. So your placenta previa treatment depends on the classification. If they are covering, then classification, then treatment is cesarean section. If they are not covering, normal vaginal delivery you can attempt for. Now second is abruptio placenta. What is the difference between abruptio placenta and placenta previa? Dark red bleeding with the pain is abruptio placenta. Now placental separation, there will be a premature separation of a placenta. पहले ही separate हो गया, history of previous abruption. या तो ज़्यादा भारी बच्चा होगा, बहुत सारे बच्चे होंगे, hypertension होगी. So these are some risk factor for the abruptio placenta. Now there are two type of abruption. One is concealed type, one is revealed type. Concealed type में one end is already there, one end is open. This is concealed type. If both the edges are open, this is called as revealed type. This is called as revealed type. Symptom is abdominal pain, abruptio placenta, continuous dull plaining, pervaginal bleeding is there. USG में you are going to see the clinical correlation. USG में you can see it and clinical correlation where abdominal pain is there, bright red bleeding is there. Management में induction of labor if no DIC. If disseminated intravascular coagulation disorder is there, then you will go for the fresh frozen plasma, and then you will go for the induction of the labor. Anyhow, the treatment is induction of the labor. Now sir, let's talk about the abortion topic. In abortion, I just want to talk about MTP Act 2021. MTP Act 2021, up to 20 week one doctor required, 20 to 24 2-week doctors required, and NTP can be done up to 20 weeks. For congenital malformation, no age limit is there. Just medical board review is required, sir. Medical board review is required. And sir, if there is a contraceptive failure, only 20 weeks tak it is required. Only 20 weeks tak it is required, sir. Then sir, first trimester, how we will do the abortion? First trimester, medical method up to 7 weeks we can do, sir. Best is suction and evacuation. Medical mein first drug we use is Miffy. After 48 hours we use a mistoprostol. If they fail suction and evacuation with the help of Carmen cannula, and number size depends on the age of pregnancy. Second trimester, best is prostaglandin. Drug of choice is Dinoprost and Carbaprost. Pregnancy induced hypertension, gestational hypertension 20 weeks onward होती है और 12 week of delivery तक ये normally रहती है. It stays there for this much time. And drug of choice for gestational hypertension is labetalol. This is again a question. Now preeclampsia and eclampsia, what is this? Preeclampsia is BP plus hypertension. BP plus hypertension. If it is severe, there can be a HELP syndrome. And what is this HELP syndrome? Before that, let's see what parameters are increasing. See, mild and severe we have divided it into preeclampsia, mild and severe. Systolic BP between 140 to 160 and severe more than 160. It's mild preeclampsia and severe. Diastolic BP 90 to 100, more than 110, more than 110 is going to be the severe. Proteinuria daily less than 5 gram in 24 hour is mild, and more than 5 is going to be the severe. Dipstick test, if it is +3 tak, it is going to be mild. If more than +3, it is going to be severe. And here monitoring is required. If mild preeclampsia is diagnosed, till 37 week you can monitor the BP. अगर इतना ही रह रहा है, wait for it, and then induction of labor. Sir, if severe preeclampsia is there can be chances of end organ damage, vision can go, headache, intrauterine growth retardation can happen, HELLP syndrome can happen. In this, sir, only monitoring till 34 week is done. A drug labetalol will be given, then induction of labor will be done. But what if HELLP syndrome is there? HELLP syndrome mein there is a Tensi's criteria. What this Tensi's criteria says, platelet less than 1 lakh. Again, platelet less than 1 lakh. LDH more than 600, liver enzyme more than 70 international unit will help you to diagnose. And if HELLP syndrome is there, you will not wait for even 34 weeks. You will go for the termination of pregnancy. You have to terminate the pregnancy, sir. Now, eclampsia. Preeclampsia is done. Proteinuria plus hypertension. Now, eclampsia part, if we talk about, sir, severe preeclampsia plus convulsions due to the cerebral hypoxia. First is to maintain the airway because convulsions are coming. And drug of choice to prevent and treat eclampsia is magnesium sulfate. फिर labetalol देंगे for preeclampsia and immediate induction of labor irrespective of the gestational age, irrespective of the generation age. Done. Now, drug of choice for hypertension emergency, IV labetalol. Chronic hypertension, labetalol. Refractory, बार बार हो रही है, ड्रग देने के बाद भी आराम नहीं आ रहा, लेबेटालोल दे दिया. देन नेक्स्ट इज सोडियम नाइट्रोप्रोसाइड एंड स्टेटस एपिलेप्टिकस. जब आपका सीजर ज्यादा टाइम तक रुक जाता है, 5 मिनट से ज्यादा है, बार बार आ रहा है, देन थायोपेंटॉन सोडियम विल गिव. एंड थायोपेंटॉन सोडियम इज व्हाट ड्रग? IV एनेस्थेटिक ड्रग, सर. IV जनरल एनेस्थीसिया का IV एनेस्थेटिक ड्रग. ठीक है, गर्लिक जैसी बदबू थी, ठीक है, याद आया? देते ही 11 सेकंड में आदमी बेहोश हो जाता है. दैट आई टॉट यू. Predictor of PIC is ultrasound Doppler. There will be a less than 22 weeks. There is a diastolic notch present. This is diastolic notch. Diastolic notch present here, sir. After 22 weeks, diastolic notch disappear. That will indicate there is a hypertension, gestational hypertension. This is how you will diagnose. RH incompatibility. Other good topic coming up for all of you, sir. RH incompatibility. RH incompatibility. If fetus is RHD positive and mother is negative, आगे incompatibility. In the first pregnancy, IgM is formed and the baby is safe. Why? Because IgM is a pentamer and it cannot cross the blood placenta. तो पहली प्रेगनेंसी में तो बच्चा हो गया सेफ, but in the next pregnancy, fetus is again RHD positive and now the mother blood is having IgG antibody. Now IgG is entering the placenta and causing fetal hemolysis leading to apoxia and other complications like liver is damaged, hepatosplenomegaly, polyhydramnions and hydrops fetalis. ठीक है, hydrops fetalis. Hydrops fetalis कब बोलोगे? या तो skin edema, ascites, hydrothorax, pericardial effusion, these kind of symptoms are there. Yellow swollen baby is a result of RH incompatibility. Also head size is increased. That is sign, Buddha sign. That is called as Buddha sign. Scalpal edema, Buddha sign. Diagnosis के लिए Coombs test. Indirect Coombs test is for fetal, direct is for mother. Now direct is for fetal, indirect is for mother. Now sir, if ICT is negative, indirect Coombs test is negative, give anti-D2 to mother at 28 weeks of pregnancy. ठीक है? Now, if ICT is positive, indirect Coombs test is positive, induction of labor after 34 weeks. If direct Coombs test is done for a newborn and if DCT is negative, second dose mother को दे दो within 72 hours to 28 days. तो ICT negative होगा. Crux of this is if ICT is negative, give the first dose. If DCT is negative, which is done on the newborn, after the birth give again mother 72 hours to 28 days. 72 hours to 28 days, sir. 28 days, sir. Done, sir. Multifetal pregnancy, let's talk about, sir. Multifetal pregnancy, if we talk about, sir, monozygotic and dizygotic. सर एक ही जाइगोट अगर दो हिस्सों में डिवाइड हुआ, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज मोनोजाइगोटेड, एंड बच्चे विल बी सेम, जेंडर सेम, ब्लड ग्रुप सेम, शक्ल सेम, सब कुछ सेम, but fingerprints are not same, sir. Fingerprints are not same. So identical twin blood group sex same रहेगा. Can be monochorionic, can be dichorionic. What is dichorionic? There can be two sac and two placentas. And what is monochorionic? One sac. Monochorionic, monoamniotic is one sac, one placenta. Monochorionic diamniotic is one placenta and two sacs. So this can happen. Dizygotic from the two different zygotes, non-identical twins. दो zygotes से दो fertilize हुए, दो बच्चे पैदा हो रहे हैं. Sir, they are always dichorionic. What do you mean by dichorionic? दो ये, this is dichorionic. दो placenta, दो sac, dichorionic. Then coming to the type of monozygotic twins. Sir, डिवीजन होना जरूरी है. अगर डिवाइड नहीं होंगे दे विल बी चिपके हुए एंड प्रॉब्लम विल बी देयर. तो कितना डिवीजन कैसे है? इफ डिवीजन इज हैपनिंग विद इन फर्स्ट 3 days इट विल बी दीदी, डाइकोरियन, डायअम्नियन, व्हिच वी वर सीइंग राइट हियर, डाइकोरियन, डायअम्नियन. इफ डिवीजन इज हैपनिंग बिटवीन 4 to 8 days इट विल बी मोदी, मोनोकोरियन एंड डायअम्नियन. दिस वन, सर, मोनोकोरियन, डायअम्नियन. If division is happening between 9 to 12 days, there is going to be the monochorion, monoamnion, like this. एक ही chorion, एक ही amnion. So this is how it is going to happen. Division within 3 days will lead to separate didi. Then 4 to 8 days it's modi, and after 9 to 12 days, in the 9 to 12 days it is momo. And after 12 days, if it is there, then it is going to be the conjoined twins. Paraphagus is most common than the thoracophagus. Now this is monochorion and dichorion. Monochorion, it is there is going to be the T sign, and if dichorion is going to be there is going to be the lambda sign. There is going to be the lambda sign. Now complication what can happen in the monochorion, monoamnion? सोचो, अगर ये एक ही में प्रेजेंट है तो क्या कॉम्प्लिकेशन हो सकती है? इसकी कॉर्ड और इसकी कॉर्ड एक दूसरे के गले में जा सकती है. सो दिस इज अ मोस्ट कॉमन कॉम्प्लिकेशन, दैट इज कॉर्ड एंटेंगलमेंट. Now what complication can happen in monochorion and diamnion? So this is monochorion and this is dichorion. So they are getting the same blood supply. So there can be a twin transfusion syndrome. Twin transfusion syndrome. So this is a complication happened with this, sir. Now, sir, remember, yes, twin transfusion syndrome. Now delivery positions, let's talk about. Most common position is both cephalic, and treatment is vaginal delivery. If first baby is non-cephalic, do cesarean section. If first is cephalic and second is breech, पहले का सिर बाहर आ रहा है, दूसरे के पैर बाहर आ रहे हैं, तो याद रखना पहले की करा दो आप वजाइनल और दूसरे वाले का असिस्टेड ब्रीच डिलीवरी कराइए. फर्स्ट cephalic, सेकंड ट्रांसवर्स, पहले की वजाइनल, दूसरे का इंटरनल पोडालिक वर्जन. एंड when internal podalic version is given when first baby is born, during the time what we are having between the first and second, in that time we will do an internal podalic version. An external podalic version is done at the age of 36 to 38 week under the ultrasound guidance. Now coming to this part, types of pelvis. There is a very famous classification about this, and this is called as Cardwell-Molly classification. If your pelvis is having round inlet, it is called a gynecoid. If transverse diameter is more than anterior posterior palatoploid, if your heart shape is there, then it is android, and if anterior posterior diameter is more, it is called as anthropoid. Anthropoid. Then, sir, contracted pelvis. Any pelvis less than 1 centimeter. Normal सेंटीमीटर किसी का 11, अगर 10 हो गया वी विल कंसिडर दैट एंटीरियर पोस्टीरियर है हमारा 11, अगर वो 10 हो गया कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड. ट्रांसफर्स हमारा 14 है, कम हो गया अगेन कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड पेल्विस. नाउ कंजेनाइटल कॉन्ट्रैक्टेड पेल्विस, नेगल्स पेल्विस. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी टॉक अबाउट नेगल्स पेल्विस. वन एला ऑफ द सैक्रम इज एब्सेंट. रॉबर्ट के अंदर बी कमिंग, बोथ एला ऑफ द सैक्रम आर एब्सेंट. Acquired in the children, it is bean shaped because of the rickets. Adult in the osteomalacia, triradiate patient. So both of them having a deficiency of vitamin D. Vitamin D deficiency, sir. MRI and C-section will do, plus cephalopelvic disproportion. अब क्या है, बच्चे का सर और पेल्विस की आउटलेट दोनों आपस में मैच नहीं कर रहे हैं. अगर थोड़ा बहुत मैच नहीं कर रहा है तो वी डू ए ट्रायल ऑफ लेबर, जिसकी वजह से थोड़ी वाइब्रेशन होगी, इट माइट कैन कम इनसाइड. If after giving the trial of lever it is not coming, then we have to do something else, that is caesarean section. Fetal skull diameters, transverse diameter if we talk about bimastoid, दो mastoid के बीच में 7.5, bitemporal 8, and sir biparietal is going to be 9.5. ये बड़ा है इसीलिए most common engaging diameter is going to be this. Longitudinal diameter suboccipitobregmatic 9.5. Mento vertical like this from here to here 14 centimeter largest. Presenting part, a part of presentation which is above the internal os, जो भी internal os के ऊपर होगा, for example vertex है, face है कि brow है, that is presenting part. Denominator क्या है, bony prominence of that presenting part called as, for example vertex का क्या है, occiput, face का क्या है, chin, mentum. ठीक है, ये इसका denominator हो जाता है. लाइक है रिलेशन बिटवीन मैटरनल एंड फीटल स्पाइन, कैसा है भाई, ट्रांसवर्स लाइक है कि वर्टिकल लाइक है, दैट इज अ फीटल एंड मैटरनल स्पाइन. स्टेशन, रिलेशन बिटवीन प्रेजेंटिंग पार्ट एंड ischial स्पाइन. नाउ सर एट ischial स्पाइन इफ इट इज देयर, जीरो स्टेशन. अगर ischial स्पाइन से ऊपर है प्रेजेंटिंग पार्ट, -1 -2, अगर नीचे आ रहा है तो +1 +2, लाइक दिस वी विल लर्न इट सर. पोजीशन, रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन डिनोमिनेटर एंड पेल्विस. अब जो ब्रोमी प्रोमिनेंस थी उसको हम डिनोमिनेटर बोलते हैं, और पेल्विस के साथ उसका क्या रिलेशन है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज पोजीशन. फॉर एग्जांपल लेफ्ट ऑसिपिटो ट्रांसवर्स इज बेटर आंसर देन लेफ्ट ऑसिपिटो एंटीरियर. लेबर की 4 स्टेजेस वी शुड नो सर. व्हाट आर द 4 स्टेजेस ऑफ लेबर वी हैव? स्टेज 1, स्टेज 2, स्टेज 3, स्टेज 4. सर स्टेज 1 इज फ्रॉम ट्रू यूट्राइन कॉन्ट्रैक्शन टू द कंप्लीट सर्विकल डिलेटेशन. Stage 2 is from complete cervical dilatation to the delivery of the baby. Stage 3 is placenta coming outside. Stage 4 is placenta is physiological, placenta expelled, physiological observation after the placental expulsion. Now stage 1 is having 2 parts. Stage 1 of labor, latent and active phase. Latent phase में up to 5 centimeter dilatation is there sir, and active phase में 6 to 10 centimeter dilatation is there. Now the duration in the primi and pinna, let's leave it. Active phase, remember, if active phase is arrested for 4 hours, we will do a cesarean section. And if your primary phase is affected approximately during primi and delayed for 14 hours, remember this thing. Primi में 14 hours के लिए हुआ, अगर multi में तो therapeutic rest, primi में 20 hours से ज़्यादा हुआ तो therapeutic rest you have to give sir. Then coming to the Friedman protograph, part पर prolong labor का वो बताएगा ये. It will tell you about the progress of the labor. So there are 2 line, action line and alert line. In both of them line, the difference is gap is 4 hours. If alert line is crossed, prolonged labor. If action line is crossed, C-section. Stage 2 is baby coming out. How baby is coming out sir? Engagement, descent, flexion, internal rotation, crowning, extension and restitution. Now how to remember it? सबसे पहले एंगेजमेंट हुई, किसकी एंगेजमेंट हुई? डिसेंट आदमी की. एंगेजमेंट कैसी हुई? पहले झुकना पड़ा, फ्लेक्स करा तो अंदर ही अंदर खुशी हुई, इंटरनल रोटेशन. अंदर खुशी हुई तो सर पे क्या पहनाया गया एंगेजमेंट के बाद? ताज, दैट इज क्राउनिंग. क्राउनिंग होते ही छाती चौड़ी हो गई, दैट इज एक्सटेंशन. एक्सटेंशन के बाद क्या, वो रेस्ट पे चला गया. जैसे ही रेस्ट पे गया कि दुनिया बाहर की बदल गई, दैट इज एक्सटर्नल रोटेशन. दैट इज व्हाट सर? योर एक्सटर्नल रोटेशन. अब मोस्ट मैनेजमेंट ऑफ डिले सिजेरियन सेक्शन कब करना है? इफ दिस सेकेंड स्टेज ऑफ लेबर इज इन प्राइमरी इज डिलेड फॉर 3 hours and multi is delayed for 2 hours, you will go for the cesarean section sir. Stage 3, now placenta is getting expelled bar sir. Stage 3, keep baby tray below the maternal level. Drug of choice is oxytocin. Look at the sign of placental separation. Abdominal sign क्या होगा? फिर्म ग्लोबुलर क्रिकेट बॉल लाइक फील हो जाएगी अगर आप पेट फील करोगे. और वजाइना में गश ऑफ ब्लड विल बी कमिंग आउटसाइड. एंड अगर कोई दिक्कत होती है तो वी विल ट्राई टू प्रोड्यूस मोर कॉन्ट्रैक्शन विद द हेल्प ऑफ ऑक्सीटोसिन सर. इफ इट इज डिलेड विल 30 minutes we will give a drug called as oxytocin sir. Now coming to the stage 4, 1 hour physiological observation for the physiological chills. Now pressure कितना होता है stage 1 में 40 to 50, in stage 2 and 3 100 to 120 mmHg of pressure of contraction is going to be there sir. Now sir, uterine inversion. Sir, there is a mismanaged third stage of labor, that is what sir? Your placenta we are getting out mismanaged तरीके से, इसकी वजह से uterine inversion. फर्स्ट डिग्री में डिम्पल, सेकेंड डिग्री में अप टू इंटरनल ऑस, थर्ड डिग्री में अप टू एक्सटर्नल ऑस, फोर्थ डिग्री में इट इज कंप्लीटली आउट, कंप्लीटली आउट. मैनेजमेंट, इमीडिएट रिसस्टिकेशन, मैनुअल रिपोजिशनिंग विद द हेल्प ऑफ जॉनसन्स मेथड, दैट इज जॉनसन्स मेथड. इफ जॉनसन्स मेथड फेल, ओसुलिवान हाइड्रोस्टैटिक मेथड. इफ दैट फेल्स, हंटिंगटन्स मेथड, दैट इज सर्जिकल मेथड वी डू सर. नाउ कमिंग टू द प्री टर्म लेबर सर. प्री टर्म लेबर sir, if labor happens before 37 weeks, if a labor happens before 37 weeks, this is history of previous preterm, polyhydramnion, macrosomia multi. इसकी वजह से क्या है, वेट ज़्यादा है, इनकी वजह से वेट ज़्यादा है. वेट ज़्यादा होने की वजह से भी क्या होता है, प्रोस्टाग्लैंडिन रिलीज होते हैं, उसकी वजह से क्या होता है, आपका कॉन्ट्रैक्शन हो जाते हैं प्री टर्म लेबर. So idiopathic is most common than infection. Diagnosis is cervical length less than 2, os diameter more than 3 and fibronectin protein is coming out. Treatment में steroid देंगे dexamethasone. It is highly recommended before 34 weeks because 34 weeks पे surfactants are getting mature. Before that you have to do tocolytic drugs like nifedipine we have to give so that contraction we can stop. Sir, in heart disease we can give the atosiban. Sir, MgSO4 is only given less than 28 weeks if convulsions etc. are there sir. Sir, if the time is more than 34 weeks, wait and watch. These all treatment you are giving less than 34 weeks. Now, PROM, sir, premature rupture of membrane. Now sir, membrane rupture before the onset of labor. Labor start भी नहीं, membrane पहले rupture होगी. Can इन्फेक्शन हो सकती है, यस. भार ज़्यादा हो सकता है, पॉलीहाइड्रोमनियन, मैक्रोसोमिया, ऑल दिस थिंग्स कैन मेक दैट हैपन सर. डायग्नोसिस की बात करेंगे सर. लिटमस पेपर टेस्ट, इट टर्न्स रेड टू ब्लू सर. लिटमस पेपर टेस्ट रेड टू ब्लू. फर्निंग पैटर्न, फाइब्रोनेक्टिन प्रोटीन, यूएसजी में ओलिगोहाइड्रोमनियंस, बिकॉज ऑफ द रप्चर ऑफ द मेम्ब्रेन योर amniotic fluid is getting out. Now, if gestational age is less than 34 in PROM, the treatment is must. MgSO4 less than 28 weeks, antibiotics, steroid and tocolytics. More than 34 weeks, if PROM has happened, then antibiotic and induction of labor you have to do sir. Induction of labor you have to do sir. Now sir, next is post-term pregnancy. More than 42. Most common cause क्या है, clerical error, that is mistaken date. और अगर सच में हो रखा हो, then you have to report. Induction of labor. इंडक्शन ऑफ लेबर कैसे, मेडिकल और सर्जिकल वेज ऑफ इंडक्शन ऑफ लेबर सर. प्रोस्टाग्लैंडिन E2, डाइनोप्रॉस, स्वीपिंग एंड स्ट्रिपिंग ऑफ मेम्ब्रेन, अगमेंटेशन मतलब लेबर को स्पीड अप करना, ऑक्सीटोसिन, या फिर आर्टिफिशियल रप्चर ऑफ मेम्ब्रेन बाय द कॉर्नर, कोचर फोर्सेप. ऑब्स्ट्रक्टेड लेबर में क्या होता है सर, व्हाट इज हैपनिंग द ऑब्स्ट्रक्टेड लेबर सर, देयर इज अ प्रोलॉन्गेशन ऑफ लेबर डिस्पाइट गुड यूट्राइन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. बहुत ज़्यादा यूट्राइन कॉन्ट्रैक्शन है, ठीक है, फिर भी बच्चा बाहर नहीं आ रहा, तो पेशेंट विल बी एग्जॉस्टेड, वेजाइना विल बी हॉट ड्राइड, hematuriria, plus one bad ring is there which is a contraction ring. We will see this is called as Bandel's ring sir. Immediately C-section you will do sir. Post-term pregnancy, in this we see a physiological ring, and that is because of the overuse of oxytocin. May resolve spontaneously if not cesarean section. Now coming to the next topic called as postpartum hemorrhage. Sir, postpartum hemorrhage, primary and secondary we are dividing it into. Primary, if we talk about within 24 hours of the delivery, and most common cause is uterine atony. Secondary is after 24 hours to 12 weeks of uterine retained placenta. Manage कैसे करो? How are you going to manage this, sir? इंजेक्शन ऑफ ट्रांसएमिक एसिड 1 ग्राम प्लस रिसस्टिकेशन. ड्रग ऑफ चॉइस इज ऑक्सीटोसिन. ऑक्सीटोसिन अकेला काम नहीं करेगा तो यूट्राइन मसाज. ये भी काम नहीं करा तो कार्बोप्रोस हेम्बे ड्रग दे सकते हैं हम. ये भी काम नहीं करा तो बायोमैनुअल यूट्राइन कंप्रेशन. ये भी नहीं करा तो एक्सटर्नल एओर्टा कंप्रेशन. ये भी नहीं करा तो मिलिट्री एंटी शॉक गारमेंट. मिलिट्री भी काम नहीं करी तो बकरी बैलून कैथेटर एंड कॉन्डम कैथेटर. if it is not going to work, then you will go for the no response के बाद मल्टी पैरा है तो काट के छोड़ दो. प्राइमी पैरा है तो you have to compression by the B-ledge suture. यूट्राइन आर्टरी को कर सकते हो, ओवेरियन आर्टरी को कर सकते हो. If still not, then you have to do hysterectomy and you have to put the umbrella or the parachute pack inside. Umbrella or the parachute pack inside, sir. Now, sir, deliveries. Breech position, frank breech, complete breech and footling breech. What is this, sir? Sir, if your thigh is flexed, this flexed thigh and knees are extended, this is frank. And the presenting part is buttocks and genitalia. Sir, if your thigh is flexed and knees are also flexed, here will be buttocks, genitalia and feet. If your feet are coming out, that is called footling breech. Management of breech. For the extended legs, like this, Pinard maneuver. For the extended arms, love set maneuver. For the delivery of the after coming head, in the developed countries we use a Piper forceps. So लंबा वाला forceps देख के जाना एक बारी. Piper. Other method is Burn Marshall method. We will put after coming head inside, baby पूरा अंदर डालेंगे, and then we give in preterm Duchenne incision and in term we do a Zavanelli maneuver. After coming to the conclusion, there is a stargazer breech. Hyper extended neck is coming outside like this. बच्चा बार बार ऐसे करके. In this C-section. Transverse breech का most common cause is prematurity. Now what you do at 36 weeks? External cephalic version. But if first baby is cephalic and second is transverse, we do internal podalic version. And when we do at the time of labor. When we do at the time of labor. है ना? And यहाँ पे she is in labor C-section. चलो done. Instrumental delivery में दो चीज़ हैं. Prerequisite station should be +2. Membrane rupture होनी चाहिए. Contraction, no contracted pelvis होना चाहिए. Complete dilatation होनी चाहिए. ठीक है. 3 attempt fail हो जाए तो then you have to go for the C-section. Vacuum delivery better because you do not need complete dilation. Only 6 centimeter dilatation is enough. And sir, the only limitation is fetal distress के अंदर we should not use it. Sir. And remember, if 3 attempt fails, again C-section we have to do. Sir. Next is episiostomy. Episiostomy, if you remember, sir, episiostomy, 2 incisions we give. One is mediolateral. Middle incision is dangerous because it can rupture the anal sphincter. Mediolateral we give, it is a safe and it is done to increase the vulval outlet, sir. Then cesarean section indication, contracted pelvis, cephalopelvic disproportion, etc. Type of incision, अगर पेट पे देंगे most common is phenostyle, और अगर uterine में देंगे most common is Kerr incision. The last topic is purpurium. Sir, 6-week period after delivery in which all organ return back. First of all, let's talk about the uterus. Immediately after the delivery, it is 1 gram or 1 kilo. After 1 week, आधा हो जाता. 2 week के बाद 300. 3 week के बाद 100. 6 week के बाद it becomes a normal organ. ठीक है? चलो. Now, postpartum discharge. Lochia. Very important topic for the exam. चलो, शाबाश. Lochia rubra, serosa and alba. Sir, Lochia rubra are for red color. RBCs are coming. Lochia serosa, WBC is yellow color. Alba is decidua, white color is coming. So decidua, alba and serosa. These are the 3 important terms you will remember for the exam. What is postpartum blues and depression? Blue is sudden withdrawal of estrogen, progesterone. So there is going to be the nervousness for the first 10 days. Reassurance is treatment. And postpartum depression is seen after 2 to 3, not 4 to 6 months. 2 to 3 months you will see drug of choice is SSRI and that is fluoxetine. And here we completed subject till now.